If you're a young man who wants to build his dream physique, this video is everything you need. And today we're going to cover everything that you must know from scratch to build your dream physique in the next 2 years. But first, welcome to the Becoming Men project. My name is Ayan, and I help young men like you transition from boy psychology to man psychology. This video is part 21 of my masculinity playlist where I'll help you decide which physique you want to build and how to build a dominant physique, which is the main physique that I want you to have. So, first, let's get into the three types of physique that young men can have and build. And there are three types of physiques I want you to know about, which is the athletic physique, the aesthetic physique, and the dominant physique. And let's just talk about these individually. First is the athletic physique. This physique is basically a physique where your body is focused mainly on endurance and having the maximum amount of output for the longest period of time. And this body has lower amount of fats and lower amount of muscles, but is built for faster response and longer performance. And that is why this physique has a very small build with a rectangular type body. I'll show you a picture. And basically, like, to just build this body, you have to get into cardio and long endurance sports like running and other sports, and that is how you build this. Then there's the aesthetic physique. Basically, this physique is the TikTok boy physique, and an example of this physique is Hussein Farhat's physique. And to build this physique, you need to lift weights, but you have to lift weights in such a way which prioritizes different muscles in your body, which make you look good. But again, this physique will not make you as big as you possibly can get, and it is not the most dominant physique. It is not the most masculine physique, and sometimes people get into steroids to just get the aesthetic physique. And the third physique I want you to understand is the dominant physique. And this physique is the hardest to build because, first, for fat people like me, we have to realize that we have no muscle on our body and we have to bulk first. And also for skinny people who already know they have to bulk up, it is tough for both of the groups, the fatties and the skinnies. And that is why it is the most tough physique to build and it takes the largest amount of time. But it is worth it because it is the most masculine physique that a man can have. So those are the three types of physiques. Again, let's just talk about the dominant physique because that's the physique I'm on the part of building, and I want you to build the same physique as well. So we're going to be discussing the dominant physique today. If you want to get into the athletic physique, go on ChatGPT and just ask how do I build an athletic physique. And if you want knowledge and content on an aesthetic physique, go and watch Hossein Farhat's channel, and that's going to help you. Now we're going to talk about what makes a dominant physique. And a dominant physique is characterized by the big four muscles, and these four muscles are in priority. The most important muscle that a dominant physique has is shoulders, because shoulders are a muscle that will make you look good with and without clothes. It doesn't matter if you're skinny or fat. If you had a good 5 or 7 pounds of muscle in your shoulders, you will instantly look better, and shoulders must be your priority on in building a dominant physique. Then we talk about arms because the second most important muscle in a dominant physique is arms. And to build arms, you have to basically focus on both your biceps and triceps. Basically, like this. And what you have to think about is, like, I made this mistake of working out my triceps before building my biceps, and it was a rookie mistake because my triceps were very good. Like 2 or 3 months ago, like I had to stop training triceps because they got way bigger than my biceps and my arm was out of proportion. So build your biceps first because it'll take longer to build your biceps and simultaneously keep working your triceps, but keep your main focus on your biceps because you need that bicep pain. Then we're going to talk about the third big muscle, which is back, because people always talk about the broad shoulder look, and that is mainly characterized by a good back. Basically, the V taper, the inverted Dorito, that's what a dominant physique is, and it is characterized by a good back which has a large amount of traps, also which has a good mid back which looks good in like tight fit clothing. So third muscle is back and fourth muscle is chest. And this is the fourth least important out of these four. And a good chest will make you look good from the front and the side as well. So those are the first four muscles in priority: shoulders, arms, back, and then chest. Then we're going to talk about compound lifts versus isolation lifts. And basically what this means is there are two types of exercises. Compound exercises are the exercises which are usually free weight done with dumbbells or barbells, and then we have isolation exercises which target one muscle group. Compound exercises, on the other hand, target various muscles. For example, the bench press not only targets your chest but your front delts, your triceps, and your forearm as well. If you were to do a seated cable chest fly, it would only and only target your chest. So that's the difference between a compound lift and an isolation lift. And to end this debate, there is only two things I want you to know. As a young man, I would suggest you get into compound lifts. Doesn't matter if you're experienced or not. If you have 5 years of experience, I would still recommend that you have compound lifts in your program. And if you are a complete beginner, then only start with compound lifts, because compound lifts are shown have been shown in multiple studies that they increase testosterone by a large amount. So compound lifts are a must. And then the other thing is, as you increase your experience in the gym, you will start to have some isolation movements, because again, at first compound lifts will get you where you want to be. After 6 months to 2 years, that's where you'll get to a level where your plateau, your gains will not go up, and that's where you're going to start getting up the gains by putting in isolation exercises. So that's compound lifts versus isolation lift. Then finally, we're going to talk about workout splits. I talked about this in my gym video as well, and the only two things you must know is, as a beginner, just get on the bro split, hit one muscle group per day, and go to the gym 6 times a week. What I want you to lift. Monday will be chest, Tuesday will be shoulders, Wednesday will be back, Thursday would be biceps, Friday would be triceps, and again, Saturday would be legs. And you just repeat that. Sunday is your rest day. You can do cardio or sauna on that day. And you repeat that for 6 months. You will see a big difference in your physique. If you are on a level outside of 6 months and like a year or two, then get on push pull legs. Push pull legs, where you basically hit chest, shoulders, and triceps on Monday. Then you hit back and biceps and forearms on Tuesday, and then you hit legs on Wednesday. And either you can have a rest day on Thursday or you can have a rest day on Sunday, and then you repeat that cycle. You can also do push pull leg once a week, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You hit push on Monday, pull on Wednesday, and legs on Friday. So both of these work out, but again, that depends on your lifting experience. If you are under 6 months, don't even think about anything else. Just get on the bro splits and you will see results. After you have some experience in the gym, you're starting to focus on technique more. That's where you're going to enter into other advanced lifts, other advanced programs like push pull legs or upper body split. And then the third thing I want you to know about building a dominant physique is technique. And basically, when you're going to the gym, your technique matters more than the weight that you're putting, which is basically ego lifting. I do not want you to focus on the weight right now. I do not care and I will not judge you, and no one in the gym will judge you if you're using 2 kg dumbbells to hit chest press. And that is just it. No one will ever judge you for that. And you might think that it will make you look weak. People, when they look at you in the gym having lighter weight, will only think inspirational for you, and they will be motivated because of you, and they will motivate you. So please do not have this negative attitude where you have to have 20 kgs on each side of the bench press to at least be viable enough to be respected. That's not what going to the gym is about, and that's not what we do here when we build a masculine physique. What I'm talking about is technique is better than ego lifting. I do not want you to injure yourself at a young age because you were way too focused on the weight and then you just forgot about the proper technique. Like, far too many young men have wasted their lives and their entire progress by tearing a pec on the bench press because they were hitting one rep maxes where they should have been hitting like 12 to 15 reps. So technique is always better than ego lifting. Always remember that. Please do not ever in your journey to build a dominant physique think that you can put more weight on there just because you can. You can't. You're not that good. Stop being an egoistic bastard and start lifting properly and with proper technique. That's what you need right now. That's what every young man needs to understand. And please do not injure yourself. Focus on the technique more. If you're in the first 6 months, don't even think about changing the weight before you master the technique. If you're on weights that are free weight, like empty bars on bench presses or 5 kgs or 10 kgs on leg extensions, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is focus on the technique first, and then we can increase the weight. You don't have to get the physique in 6 months. This physique is going to take 3 to 5 years, depending on your genetics. So please stop finding easy fixes right now. This will take 3 to 5 years of diligent actions, and you need to be present every day. You need to show up, you need to be consistent. That is what's going to get you the physique. Putting 5 kgs more on the bench press is going to hurt you in the future. So please just stop doing that. Three things. Remember three things. These are the big four: shoulders, back, arms, and chest. Then compound lift if you're a beginner, compound lifts and isolated lifts if you're an experienced person, and then ego ego lifting. Do not do ego lifting at all. And then again, If you're a beginner, bro split goes a long way. And if you're an intermediate, then you get on push pull leg once a week or twice a week. Then we're going to be talking about diet. And basically, there's an actionable step I want you to do right now. Pause this video, go on Google and write calculated on net and get your maintenance calories. It will basically ask for your weight, height, and age, and it will give you a maintenance calorie. What a maintenance calorie basically means is that you, as a human being, at whatever age you are, need a particular amount of energies that you need to consume, that your body needs to maintain the weight it is at right now. So let's just say I am 100 kgs right now, and I am 6 feet 2, and I am 16. So my body needs 3,300 calories right now to maintain that weight. And that means if I eat 3,300 calories every day, I will stay the same weight if I don't work out. And that is what basically maintenance calorie means. Now, what I want you to understand is, if you eat more than your maintenance calories, you will gain. It doesn't matter if it's muscle or fat, you will gain something. And if you don't lift while eating more than your maintenance calories, you will gain primarily fat and some water weight. And if you lift properly with good technique while eating a little more than your maintenance calories, you will gain something like 50% of fat and 50% of lean mass, and that would be 30% of muscle and 20% of water weight. You don't need to know all of this right now. What I want you to understand is, get your maintenance calorie from Google, then put your maintenance calories on a free app called MyFitnessPal app. And this app is a game changer because this app is where you're going to track all of your calories. So you enter your maintenance calories, you go into MyFitnessPal app, you sign in, put your age, your weight, and your height, and then put your goals in, and it's going to set up basic calorie intake for you. Go into goals and then set your maintenance calories where you want to be right now. Because for the first 6 months, you are not going to eat more or eat less than your maintenance calories. You are just going to eat your maintenance calories. After you put your maintenance calories in MyFitnessPal app, change the protein settings and find out your body weight in pounds, and each pound you will eat 1 gram for that pound. So if you are 171 pounds, then you will eat 171 grams of protein every day. And you will have to fulfill that every day. It doesn't matter how you do that. And those are basically three things I want you to do. Again, actionable step is, first go on Google, write down calorie calculator. The first website will be calculator.net. I will link that in the description. And then you find your maintenance calories. Then you put those maintenance calories in MyFitnessPal app, go into goals, and then you change your protein goals to your weight in pounds. Then that is what I want you to do every day. It doesn't matter what you're eating, and it doesn't matter if you are accurate or not. It has to be roughly accurate, but you have to eat around your maintenance calories to go into body recomposition. This is a concept that every young man must know. Body recomposition is a concept where you, while eating at your maintenance calorie, roughly at your maintenance calorie, where you gain muscle while losing fat at the same time. And this is very important for young men to know, because I personally have lost that opportunity, that window of recomp, basically body recomposition, and that is where you will lose fat while gaining muscle at the same time. And it happens very good in young men who are starting to train right now with compound lifts. So body recomposition, eating at your maintenance calories, gaining muscle while losing fat, that is very important for you. Then I will talk about something that's plagued me for the last 2 years, and finally I have an answer. If you are fat, you need to bulk. If you are skinny, you need to bulk. If you have good muscles, then you need to bulk, because we are talking about a dominant physique. And to get a dominant physique, you have to have as much muscle on your body while having the lowest amount of fat possible. And how do we do that? Get the muscle first. Forget about the fat. Fuck the fat right now. I know you look fat in those pictures. I know you're skinny fat or you're just fat. It doesn't matter. You need muscle right now. And okay, like, I understand you might have man boobs and they might embarrass you. I was insecure about them as well, but I need these arms to feel better about myself. That's what it, like, genuinely, this is what it's about. Building a dream physique will help you with self confidence and self image. It will make you feel more masculine, and other people will treat you with more respect because of this. So again, I don't know where you are right now, and I don't know at which point you are starting. You need to bulk right now. After the first 6 months of body decomposition, that's where you start your bulk. You'll go from bro split to the push pull leg, and you'll add 2 or 300 more calories to your maintenance weight, and you'll start bulking. And that is all I want to talk to you about building your dream physique. Now, something I want you to know is, this thing will take time. You will not get your dream physique in 6 months or a year or 2 years or 3 years. This will take more than 5 years. And here's a question I want you to ask yourself. Will you stop lifting weights if you're 60? Like, do you not want to look good when you're 60 or when you're 50 or when you're 70? It doesn't matter what age you are. Will you stop wanting to look good? That's the question I want you to ask yourself. And if the answer is yes, then stop thinking about the time. And the three values that I emulate in my life are patience, perseverance, and discipline. And that's what you need in this journey. Once you start this journey to building your dream physique, it will take all of your energy. And I bullshit you not right now. If you quit early, you will never get a good physique. You will keep getting into the cycle where you start going to the gym, start getting consistent for a month, you think nothing is happening, and then you quit. That's how fatties work. Fat people do that, and please stop doing that. Just watch my video on how to go to the gym and how to get consistent, and you will see results. Just commit to it. And this is not something that you do for 6 months and then you enjoy the results. You do this for 5 years, and then you can enjoy the results for the rest of your life while doing it again and again, because it's a lifestyle now. It's a part of your life. This is not a habit. It's genuinely you. Lifting weights is what defines young men, young masculine men. Not in our generation, in all generations. All young masculine men used to lift weights in some form, and I want that for you. That's all I want to talk to you about today. If you liked what you learned today and would like to learn more, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.